Hi Scorpio, welcome to your monthly messages from Spirit reading for October 2022. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Scorpio. This will not resonate with every Scorpio that watches this message. And because this reading is general, not every single message may be for you. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Scorpio, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, Cross Watchers. You're very welcome here if you're interested in a Scorpio. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Scorpio and Cross Watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. So my intentions for this reading, Scorpio, is to channel and provide messages from Spirit for you for the month of October, to ask what you need to know about October, what will be happening in October, and for, others of you, this just may be a message of what you need to hear right now, in this moment, in the month of October. If things have been happening in the beginning of the month and you need clarity on the situation, I hope to give you the clarity, guidance, and healing you need by providing this reading to you. And this can impact any aspect of your life: love and romance, career and finances, spiritual evolution. But whatever Spirit would like to talk about shall be brought forward. And if you have any beings of the light that you would like to welcome into this space, specific angels, ancestors, spirit guides, maybe even past down loved ones, you are welcome to ask them to join us here now. So let's go ahead and get this reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl to clear and set the energy. So if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit only for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this started. All right. I'd like to take the time to quickly say to any of my Scorpions who are born in the month of October, I wish you guys a very happy birthday. I wish you a year of love, luck, prosperity, success, and above all, happiness. Happy birthday, Scorpio. So let's go ahead and get this reading started. Let's first see the overall theme for you guys in the month of October. What is the overall theme for my Scorpios in October, Spirit? What will they mainly be going through? Ooh, okay, whoa. All right, I'll keep the two cards. I was just going to pull one, but I feel it's necessary to keep both of these because it's already giving me a profound message. So for some of you guys, the Six of Cups, memories of love. This is Scorpio energy. You could have multiple Scorpio placements, or someone with Scorpio in their chart is making their way back to you this month. That's just for some of you guys. I'm feeling very, very strongly, whether this is a romantic partner, a friend, a family member. And then we have mental conflict, Two of Swords, Libra energy. Okay. So I'm getting a couple different things from these two cards here about the overall month for you guys. I do feel for some of you guys, what you thought was lost or what you thought was kind of gone out of your reach for good is coming back in October. Something that you've always cared about, but because of the way things were playing out, because of maybe how someone was in the past, you had to let go. And again, this could be a romantic relationship. It could even be a platonic one, friendship, family member. But this person's return is kind of shaking you guys up a bit. I almost feel like this happened during Mercury retrograde for some of you guys, maybe beginning of October, end of September. For others of you, you feel this is coming up, whether you're starting to see a lot that reminds you of them, whether you started to see that they're active on your social media, watching you from afar. But others of you, there could be something very close to your heart maybe a dream, a goal that, you know, you just kind of felt like it wasn't going to happen for you, that you kind of gave up on, but something is occurring in October that is bringing that awareness, that love, that desire for this to happen in your life, Scorpio. And it's coming back for a reason. I want you guys to know that, because that's part of the reason why you guys may be in this mental conflict over this. Why is this happening? Is this meant for me? You know, it didn't happen in the past. Is it going to happen now? And for some of you, I even feel like you're getting headaches or migraines lately. And I feel that your mental activity for some of you guys, your crown chakra has been a little bit out of balance, because I think this has stumped you. This has shocked you in some ways. You really did not feel like this was ever going to return, that this was ever going to be reactivated in your life. And here it is. And with the memories of love, yeah, I do feel when you guys look back at it, there's a lot that you remember that were the good times, that made you feel inspired, that made you feel love, that made you feel devotion towards it in some way. Again, it's general. So for a lot of you, it could be relationships. It could be a certain career or a certain project that is near and dear to your heart. But yeah, I do feel like a lot of you did the process to just forget it, or to just accept that it wasn't going to happen. But Spirit's bringing it back, saying, no, Scorpio, the timing wasn't right before. The energy wasn't right before. But now it is. And it is making you guys confused. It is even stressing some of you out in some way. And there may have to be a decision made on your end, Scorpio, about what to do with this. And then maybe some of you are in that process of making that decision right now. Should I keep this? Should I go at this? Should I drop it? Should I forget about it? Now, others of you, if I'm picking up on someone else's energy here, I'm seeing the letter M, as in Max, as in Marilyn, first, middle, last initial, could mean something to some of you guys. That someone, I don't know if it's because, you know, we're end of October, we'll be getting into Scorpio season. Maybe your birthday's around the corner, but there's something that this person has thought about you a lot. And more so than before. Like, they always would think about you from time to time, the moments you shared, the memories you had, but there's something particularly that's coming about that's making them want to communicate with you in October. Maybe they saw a recent accomplishment you had. Maybe you posted something on Facebook that was kind of monumental for you, special for you. Maybe they heard about you guys, you know, news of a pregnancy, news of a relationship, news of a marriage, news of something that may have happened in your family particularly. And that's why this is kind of stirring up all these emotions to come back to heal with you, Scorpio. And I do feel this person wants to make amends. This person wants to apologize. But although your heart is kind of being drawn to them, your heart is kind of being reactivated with their presence back in your life, you don't want to be tricked again. You don't want to get your hopes up again. And that's where your mental state is kind of like, but is this right? Is this true? And for others of you, I feel like, I wonder if you put in an application for something where you didn't hear back. And because of the timing, you were just like, okay, well, I guess I didn't get that. But then the application acceptance is coming in, an email, a letter, whatever, right? Something along those lines. And yeah, I do feel what's ever returning to you that you thought was forever lost, that you thought was just not going to, you know, ever come back, is coming back. And it's going to surprise you. It's going to shock you. And for those of you that are dealing with this, you're like, I know, Mermaid, I know. I need to understand this. So let's dig deeper. Tell me more about October for Scorpio. Ooh, okay. So we have the Eagle King here. You guys have two cards, and so the number 2 may mean something for you. You could be seeing 222 quite a bit. Your birthday could be November 2nd, November 12th, October 27th or 22nd for some of you guys, but maybe even 27th. October 27th may be a prominent date for you guys in the month of October. But then we have the Spirit Whisperer too. So with the Eagle King, the big picture angelic help. Okay, so yeah, there's something, a greater part of this return, this with the eagle and with birds in general. Maybe you guys have been seeing a lot of birds. Maybe you guys resonate with eagle, medicine, totem, animals, spirits, anything that you kind of feel you resonate with the eagle. But it always provides me intuitively with messages. And so again, like I feel someone's reaching out, or I feel like a job's reaching out, a certain opportunity is reaching out. And I feel like you guys are starting to get the bigger picture as to why. What didn't make sense before, as far as like why it didn't unfold in the past, why it didn't happen in the past. I feel if you guys take a step back to really deliberate, to really analyze the whole situation, you're going to start to see Spirit's protection from this happening in a timing that wasn't going to reward you, that wasn't going to benefit you, specifically with a relationship. And what I mean by this is that if someone was in a lower vibrance, had very unhealed wounds that they were operating from, they were operating from an ego that felt safe to them. If you guys were going to try to have it all during that time when they were in a lower vibration, it would never have worked, and that would have been the final seal in the coffin, right? And so I feel like that's why Spirit kind of directed you in a different direction at the time, gave you that extra push to kind of walk away or to pull back or to end things, because there had to be some sort of healing within this person, some sort of growth within this person before they would be ready to approach you. And I also feel like for some of you guys, they will be explaining a lot to you as to why they couldn't have this relationship with you, this connection with you, why they were at a bad place in their life, mentally, maybe even financially, physically, maybe even. They were just not ready. They were not prepared. And I think with this card coming through, the Eagle King energy is very grown energy, responsible energy, accountable energy. I think they're coming back as a whole new person that you can trust. I feel almost this is like King of Swords energy. So I wonder if someone may have Aquarius in your chart, you're dealing with an Aquarius. But for others of you, yeah, I do feel this reaching out, this appearance is coming through. Phone calls, text messages, emails, letters, maybe even for some of you guys, that this is kind of the start to this reappearance in your life. And then we have this Spirit Whisperer with number 3. And it says divine guidance, higher knowing. And see that owl right there? So yeah, birds in general may have always been following you, may start to follow you in the month of October. Owls and eagles particularly. But yeah, I do feel Spirit, when you set aside your mental conflict with whatever this is, and you start to tap in to your heart space, tap into your intuition, ask your spirit guides, pull some cards, tarot cards, oracle cards, sit and meditate on the question. I feel you guys are starting to get guidance, through what Spirit is sending you, through claircognizance. Some of you could be claircognate. The feelings that just start to pick up within your body, within certain chakras that are being activated through this. Those are giving you messages. I do feel with the certain cards that you may be pulling for yourself, those are things to take seriously and to trust the messages that are coming your way, Scorpio. For a lot of you, that could be both ways, through the 3D and even through the 5D. But Spirit is trying to tell you something about this appearance, is trying to guide you in reconnecting with a side of yourself that you kind of put aside, reconnecting with a certain person or situation that you put aside. But that's leading you on your path. That's leading you on your course of a destined blueprint that was always meant for you guys. Maybe even some of you guys are clairaudient. Okay, through hearing certain messages come through. My clairaudience will very understand this. It's like a whisper almost, right? And that's spirit telling you something here, whether that's your angels, your spirit team, your higher self that you're starting to connect with. But I also got to say, you know, this reappearance in your life is something that spirit was behind. Okay, and so that's why I think with this new level it's coming in, this new way it's coming in, is something that spirit was creating for you in the background. Let's keep going. Tell me more about this energy in Scorpio's life that is coming back, that is returning. Okay, zombie control. Wow. All right. So yeah, a resurrection, right? Almost giving me judgment energy, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. You could have fire in your chart. You could be dealing with a fire sign. But yeah, what I want to say with this energy I'm picking up on, with the imagery I'm seeing in this card here, and if you have to pause it, go right ahead. This is out of your control, Scorpio. And I think that's where some of you guys are having a lot of conflict over. You know, when something is so shocking, when something is unexpected, and we don't have the reasons, right? We start to kind of overcomplicate the situation, overthink the situation. And for some of you, I'm not judging you with the suspicion or maybe the distrust or maybe the conflict that you're having. It's completely reasonable with everything I'm seeing in these cards here. But I do want to say, you know, that this was planned from the start, that the journey you guys had to go on separately, or the journey away from this opportunity, this career, this dream, it had to develop in its own way. You had to develop in your own way. And I do feel like for some of you guys that were frustrated with the situation and being out of your control, it had to be sent back to spirit for spirit to do its work. When you set an intention, okay, spirit, I want to manifest more abundance in my life. I want to manifest this love connection. I want to manifest this healing in my life. You know, you made the intention known. You sent that affirmation, that prayer out to spirit. And then, you know, during that transition of making its way from the 3D to the 5D, then spirit's, okay, you passed the ball to me. Let me see what I can do with this. And spirit saw that there were some things that had to be resolved, that had to be addressed before this could come into full fruition for you guys. And so again, like if you guys did feel frustrated because you felt like there was nothing you could do, you're absolutely right. In the past, there was nothing you could do about it. You did everything you could. Now it was spirit's turn to take care of it, to watch over it, to nurture it, while you had to learn your own lessons, move on with your life. So now that it is reappearing, like it is something that is out of the blue, even with seeing all this blue here, right? And with all this blue, I don't know, some of you could be wearing blue right now. You could have blue auras, or this is all connotating to the throat chakra energy. Like the messages coming in, the acceptances coming in, the offers coming in were just so unexpected. But I do feel this is the opportunity, Scorpio. If there was anything that you've held back, that you couldn't say to this person, couldn't say about this situation, that you wanted to express yourself with, but you didn't have the opportunity to do so, the opportunity will be given to you. And you're taking control back of this situation as well. You're going to choose what to do with this now that it is returning into your life. And I'm not telling you either way, you know, with whatever this is, it's different for each and every one of you. I can say that this is not something that is coming from an evil energy, a lower energy. If it started out that way, it's transmuted into a different energy. But, you know, the choice is yours, Scorpio. And that's where I felt like that choice energy coming through in the beginning of the reading. So what was out of your control is now being placed back into your control. With this card, the zombie card coming through here. What's being brought back to life after you thought was long gone and quite frankly dead in your life. So now what to do with it? Let's see what the tarot has to say. Tell me about October for Scorpio spirit. 3 of Imps, yeah. Aries energy. Something's returning. Your ships are coming in. And you're starting to see this. It's not still being hidden from you. And if others of you, you're like, well, still not happening yet, I would give it 3 days. For some of you, 3 days. Some of you, by the end of October, for sure, this will come into fruition. But slowly but surely, I think you guys are starting to feel something pulling you, or something that you feel is pulling into your life. It feels like a pull for some reason. But yeah, I do feel other people, even if you gave up on this yourself, the people who do support you always knew this was going to happen for you, always knew you had a gift or a talent in this, and just knew it needed to take some time, especially friends or family members. Others of you, with this arrival coming in the beginning of the month, for a lot of you, but we're on our own time frames, I think a part of you is excited by it, even if there is still mental conflict by it. I think some of you are excited to see that this actually is reigniting, that this actually truly isn't over. There's a part of your heart that is feeling so excited about it, and you have a right to be excited about it. It is back for a reason. It is back for a purpose. And you're going to start to feel remotivated, repassionate about it again. Let's keep going. Tell me more about October for Scorpio. 10 of Imps. Wow. Okay. A lot of fire energy. Here's Sagittarius energy coming through. And this is happening in the middle of the month, okay, for a lot of you guys. And with the 10 of Imps, there's a lot that you're letting go of, or a lot that you're putting to rest. So again, if there were things you weren't able to express, there were things you weren't able to communicate, or you weren't even able to do in this situation, you will have the opportunity to do it now. And I feel a lot of it has to do with putting the past to rest. And what I mean by that, for some of you guys, if it is like anything of certain disappointments, struggles, failures, that you may still be carrying within your psyche about this situation, the memories of the disappointment, the memories of the situations that just kept on burdening you, kept on stressing you out about it all. Like, this will be the opportunity in the middle of October to have a clean slate. And I feel maybe for others of you, if it's not you with this 10 of Imps energy, it's the person that is coming back, or, the situation that has been clearing itself out. For some of you, I feel like, honestly, for, I'll say 70 to 75% of you guys, this has to do with a relationship, friendship, romance, family member. And they had a lot they were carrying about this. And I think although they've done the healing, they've done the cleansing, they've done the growth, there's still some things from the past, by talking to you again, by reapproaching you again, that they still have to fully clear out. And it's the closure that I feel both of you need by putting it out there. And this person knows there's still some work to be done in order to gain a good footing within this connection, a good foundation within this connection, but they're willing to put the work in it, Scorpio. And there's a lot I feel that is continuing to pour out from their side, from their end, that some of you may have not have known about. Certain struggles they were going through mentally, physically, emotionally. But it all led to why they weren't as motivated, why they felt discouraged from pursuing this with you, Scorpio. Others of you, I gotta say, if this is a situation in your life, a dream, a goal, now that this has arrived and it's come in, I feel a lot of you just feel overwhelmed by it. And I do feel that in the middle, again, start to do that purging, start to do that releasing. Maybe still some of the demons you have in regards to this situation is, again, it didn't work before, I can't do it, I don't want to go through this failure again. Those are the things that kind of have to start to cleanse its way out of your psyche, because you do deserve the Scorpio. That's why it's coming back. you do have an opportunity at this. That's why it's reemerging. All right, let's pull one more card. Tell me more about this energy in Scorpio's life, Spirit. The Star. Oh, beautiful. Aquarius energy. I love the Star card. It's my favorite tarot card in the deck, but I even feel for some of you guys who do read your own cards, the Star card is a huge confirmation for you, is something that you know for yourself is a good sign, something that you know, like, this is meant for me. But again, like, this is a part of your destiny. You've been guided to this. This has been returned back into your life. This was something written in the stars. This is something that Spirit has nourished, has watched over. Even during the whole time where you thought it was ending, that it wasn't going to work out, Spirit knew it always would for you. Some of you may have a star tattoo or even like a necklace star charm for some of you guys out there. But I do feel by the end of the month, Scorpio, you're getting your wish fulfilled from this. And even if in the beginning this didn't feel right, you know, with the mental conflict, you thought there could be more to this, there could be wrong, by the end of the month, you're going to be feeling like, I understand now. That I understand the whole purpose of this journey, the whole reasons why everything had to unfold this way. I get it. And it's giving your hope back. It's giving your motivation back. It's getting your excitement back for all this. And you have a lot of reasons to be very, very excited for what's to still happen. The Star card is still an energy of guidance. And Spirit will be guiding you every step of the way. Don't forget, we have the Spirit Whisperer here. And I do feel those signs of encouragement will come out. But yeah, I do feel that with this also being under the control card, the zombie card here, you know, I feel there's a whole energy and lesson unfolding about acceptance. And now that, you know, I've understood this, now I get the reasons why by the end of the month. I know how to move forward, and I know how to move forward in the brightest, lightest way that I can, in the high vibration that I will still stick to. This was meant to be for you, Scorpio, and it's going to be proven to you by the end of the month. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Bats. So this is at the bottom of the deck, which is positive Gemini energy. I wonder if some of you have a Gemini moon, I'm just picking up on. But yeah, I do feel, again, the worries, the stress, sometimes you guys were like lying awake at night or thinking about this at night of how much this bothered you, how much this didn't sit well with you, you know, how things ended, how you didn't get to express yourself, how you felt stuck. You know, I do feel all of that is being put to an end, is being put behind you. And if you are going through this 9 of Bats energy, this 9 of Swords energy, currently Spirit's saying, Scorpio, just hang in there. This won't be for long. And if you guys have been having headaches, have been having sleep problems, Spirit does want you to address that, to take care of that, because it is fogging your mental energy. It is putting a block in a lot of ways to your mental energy, to your clarity. But I promise it's all going to make sense, Scorpio. And some of you have a deep bond with your pet. Your pet is one of your, I don't know, just it always feels better when they're in your lap, when you hold them, when you have a bond with your pet that is just beyond like a normal bond with anyone else's dog, like, or cat or whatever. It's not just about feeding them, taking care of them. You guys are each other's rocks. And I don't know why that's coming through. Maybe your pet just wants you to know that. But yeah, a lot of fears are being put to rest, Scorpio. And I'm so excited for you because everything's going to start to make sense in October where things didn't before. All right, Scorpio, let's go ahead and get one more message from your spirit guides, from your spirit team, your angels, your ancestors, any sort of last minute advice they want to give you about October that may reassure all the messages I've already provided, or will give you any sort of thing I did not pick up on that is meant for you. Focus on the positive. Yeah. And this comes with the mental conflict that we saw with the 2 swords. This comes with the 9 of swords. But focus on the good things that, you know, we all have experiences that we may dominantly label as positive or negative, but through each experience we have, even the most hard ones to understand, there's usually a silver lining. There's usually some sort of lesson that unfolds, some sort of reason that becomes very clear when we start to understand the dualistic parts of our experiences. And I feel for you guys now, Scorpio, to continue to remain positive, to keep your head up, to understand that even what's coming in your life is for a positive reason. You don't have to be afraid of it. You don't have to, reject it automatically. And again, I'm not saying you can't make the choice. It is yours to make. But I can tell you, with everything I feel, with everything I see in the cards, that this is for a powerful, positive experience for you guys. That is going to put a lot to rest, is going to inspire new beginnings to come in. And I feel that some of you just need to know that so you can make the best choice for yourself. If some of you are in the process of making a decision. But overall, throughout the whole month, with whatever happens, focus on the positive, because something very beautiful with the Star card will finally be made fully aware to you, without a doubt. And then learn from your mistakes, bottom of the deck. Okay, so guys, whether this is the person who's coming back that has learned from the mistakes that have happened and that they did, or even both of you are kind of looking at the situation like, yeah, we both could have done something differently. We both were in different vibrations. We both were in a different growth process. But for some of you that maybe thought like you did something wrong that caused this to go away forever, that it was your blame, it was your fault. The only thing Spirit wants you to know about that is that we can only learn and grow, but holding yourself to this, I did everything wrong, I messed up, is not serving you. And you didn't. You're going to see that in October. It wasn't on you at the time, Scorpio. Again, it was out of your control. And even if there were things you're like, yeah, you know what, I could have done that differently, then just accept that. But you're not someone to be ashamed of for yourself. You don't need to hold yourself in imprisonment to your guilt, to your shame, because I think whatever's appearing is going to liberate you from that, Scorpio, with whatever situation you're going through in regards to this reading. And I'm very excited for you guys when this happens. So thank you so much, Scorpio, for joining me for this reading. I hope it's resonated with you. I hope it's provided confirmation, clarity, healing, insight, and guidance with whatever you're going through in October. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Scorpio, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Scorpio.